Up your overcoat when the wind is free.
We are here and live. It is the San Diego American Flag Football League Championship Playoff Tournament. I'm Roman Jimenez. With me in the broadcast today is Joel Trambley and the voice of gay softball, now the voice of gay football, Rich Segal. Good morning, you guys.
Hi.
Good morning. Well, it's afternoon now because we're 12 o'clock here on the Pacific.
Yes.
And we're going to jump right into our coverage now. Our game right now is Négociant. They are the #1 seed. They're captained by James Leonhardt, and they are the Négociant Fury. They're going to be in the black jerseys. Opposite them will be the #1. They are the #1 seed. Opposite them will be the gold jerseyed Park and Rec Rain, and they are helmed by Captain Brian Dawn. We've got the #1 seed going up, and on the other field, on the B field, we've got the #2 seed starting right now, which is helmed by Eric Reisner. That's the Uptown Tavern Venom. Eric, of course, the 7-time Gay Bowl champion.
It's going to be an exciting couple of games. They've already played 2 rounds of this tournament starting at about 9 a.m. They seeded this with 12 teams. The first 4 teams got a bye, and then they bracketed the other games. So we are getting down to the last part of this tournament.
So we're looking maybe for an upset by the gold team in the game that we're doing today. That would be interesting.
That would be, and certainly an upset it would. Although they are coming in with a little bit of momentum. They just won their last game 35-28, and it was right down the wire all the way back and forth.
Back and forth that game went, and both teams displaying good offense, but one team had a little bit more in their tank today than the other.
Right,
and that's why the gold team is playing in this game.
Right, that is the Park and Rec Rain. Again, they are captained by Brian Dawn. We're going to switch cameras now, get back to the microphone table, and start our coverage. So we'll be right back.
Enjoy the game. It's going to be very fun.
That's Captain Brian Dawn with your official crew there.
So this will be kickoff read.
So after the teams say hello and clasp hands here, which was something we couldn't do for a while there during COVID. Two games this morning.
All right.
Not with either of these 2 teams. All right, we are getting ready for the kickoff here. It looks like the gold team is set and has their kicker. And the Négociant Fury are getting set on the field now. Running down is Neil. He is a longtime official. He is wearing the white hat and will be the referee today. And that is the whistle. Everything is set.
And there is the kickoff, and that's how we start our game. Fielded at about the 10-yard line, comes left side, throws a back lateral pass. And that is J.J. Joseph, and she takes it down the right sideline. And that is how then the Fury will start their first possession. It looks like it around the 21-yard line.
And that kickoff was brought to you by Southpaw Vet in San Diego. Proud to say they're gay-owned and operated. Southpaw Vet is your locally owned pet care center with high-quality doctors and pet-loving staff. At Southpaw Vet, they know your pets are family and they care for them just like their own. Visit the Mission Valley location or on the web at southpawvetsd.com. That's southpawvetsd, all one word, .com.
The quarterback for the Fury is number 7, Aaron Herman, and he leads his team out to a 1st and 10 at around the 21-22-yard line. He drops to throw. He fakes a pass to the right side, now goes long down the right sideline, and it is intercepted. Intercepted by Chris Rainier. And the first turnover of the game on the first play of the game.
And this is flag football, so what happened on that one is there was a catch for a turnover as an interception, and then the receiver immediately became a defender and pulled that flag. It was actually a good play once it was going the other way to get that stopped right there.
So the ball is spotted at the 31-yard line. First offensive possession for the Reign. And their quarterback is number 11, Corey Moran. And on first down, he looks to the right side. The pass is caught for a very short gain by Darius Walters. Flag pulled by, it looks like, Xavier Session.
So what you're seeing the referee here do is move what are called the pucks. They are basically hockey pucks, but they're rubber, and they are used to mark the line of scrimmage, and then also 5 yards, which defines the box. A rusher has to start their rush from behind that second puck.
Okay. Looks like they're offside. On second down and about 7, another short pass to the right side is caught by Sean Graham, running the right sideline, and he actually got tackled. And there's our first flag of the game. Michael Gassaway tried to pull the flag, but he also tackled him.
So that flag was thrown by Sean West, who is the head of referees, actually. And what happened with that probably, here's the call.
It's a holding penalty, and that's against Gassaway. It's a 10-yard penalty, and that will move the ball inside the 30 to around the 28 and will be an automatic first down. I think it would have been a first down even without the penalty, but now they're a little bit closer to the end zone on their first possession of this game. Moran throws, left side, pass is caught. Trying to get a number on the receiver here so we can give him credit. Turn around, buddy.
I want to go back to that hold just for a
Please,
second because it can be hard to tell, but you have to go for the flags in this league. And what happened there was he pulled the guy down. Whether he was trying to get the flags or not, it was pretty clear that he actually physically impeded the progress, and so that's going to be a hold most of the time. Sometimes if it's happening at the same time you get the flags, you'll get the benefit of the doubt on defense, but that was pretty clearly a hold and a good call by Sean.
The pass was caught by number 12, Daniel Posey. Looks like maybe about a 4-yard gain. It'll be second down and 6. Moran again drops to throw. He is going, oh, the pass is deflected and almost caught. The pass was deflected at the line by J.J. Joseph and then almost caught by Stephen Lopez, but it'll go as an incomplete pass. It'll bring up
reception because the ball was still in play, but unfortunately just off his fingers.
So glad you're here to help me with these rules because this is new for me.
Now the other thing you mentioned, Rich, is that it looked like some people were offsides. They weren't offsides. They can start ahead of that puck, but then they can't rush. So you'll see these two that are ahead don't go forward until these rushers break that plane.
I understand, okay. Here's a little flip pass that goes incomplete. Moran tried a little flip pass to Rainier, but it is incomplete, and that will bring up 4th down. And it looks like they need to get to around the 13 or 14-yard line for a first down. There was a penalty against the offense that was declined. Did you catch his...
It was a holding decline. It was on the offense. I did not hear a number called, but it's 4th down. And in this league, you can do one of two things on 4th down.
Okay.
You can call that you're going to punt it and have a protected play for the punt, or you can continue, which is what most teams would do this close to the goal line. However, you can still punt this ball if you want to. You are just not protected if you've called it a regular play.
Understood. The ball around the 21-yard line. Moran drops to throw. He comes to the right side. The pass is caught. Is it enough for the first down, or we're waiting? It is enough for a first down. The pass was caught by Darius Walters. So they get the first down on the 4th down play. And it is 1st and goal inside the 10.
So most of the time, the referee or the umpire who is on the far side, who is the line judge next to the down marker, is going to be the one making the spot. So that's where we'll look first. But sometimes on a deep play, the back judge, who is Sean, will be making that spot.
Okay. Miranda throw. Looking, goes over the middle to the back of the end zone, caught! And that goes for a touchdown. The reception by Darius Walters, and it's 6-0.
And that first touchdown was brought to you by the Optimize You Health and Wellness Centers. If you want to perform at your peak, then you want Optimize You. Offering a portfolio of services aimed at maximizing your health and wellness, Optimize You is your one-stop shop for hormone therapy, vitamins, and supplements. Optimize You offers medications, labs, and all the necessary supplies, coupled with provider visits, which can be done in-personally or virtually. Perform at your peak by visiting one of their 3 San Diego locations. Check them out at OptimizeYouNow.com.
6-0, going for 1. Pass going to the left side is deflected, incomplete, a flag down.
So on these extra points, they are at the end, they'll be untimed plays, but the time does still run during the first 28 minutes of the game. We can talk more about that in a minute.
Yes.
But they can go for 1 or 2. 1 is from the 5-yard line, 2 points is from the 10-yard line. Usually on an extra point, if it's an offensive foul, that's going to be it or backed up. If it's a defensive foul, it's going to move closer to the line.
And we're waiting. They're discussing it. The 3 officials getting together to discuss this. The referee threw the flag. That's Neil Kovrig. And let's see what he's calling here. If he's calling anything. It's a dead... Okay, so the penalty came after the play. So the try for the point was no good. That pass went incomplete. They will mark off the penalty against the Reign for a personal foul. He did not indicate which player was the guilty party. But the ball is going to come across the 20.
Yeah, so normally a new possession after an extra point would start at the 15, but it was a 15, I believe, yard penalty, so they're starting it on the, actually a 10-yard penalty. It looks like they're starting it on the 25.
All right, 1st and 10 for Aaron Herman. His first pass was intercepted. His second pass is complete, up close to a first down, and it might best be a first down. Yes, it is a first down.
6-0. Cool. Rain.
When she turns around, I'll be able to tell you what her number is. It looks like Gina Petrolite.
And we do want to do a score check for you because it did get a little confusing down there. So the touchdown was worth 6 and the extra point was no good. So right now we are looking at a 6-0 game in favor of the Reign.
And it is 1st and 10 up at around the 35-yard line. Here's Herman to throw. Pump fake. Now scrambles up the middle. There's a flag down. The pass is incomplete. It was intended for A.J. Cancino, but the pass was incomplete. There is a flag on the play.
My guess is this is going to be a holding or a block in the back.
So it'll be 1st and 15.
So what you saw there was the rusher was coming around. It looked like he was going to beat the defender, and so the defender pushed him in the back, and that is a foul. The pass was incomplete. Had it been complete, they can decline that. But in this case...
So the ball back close to the 30. And Aaron Herman drops the throw to the right. Now fake to the right side. Now he's going long down the middle. The pass was intended for A.J. Cancino with coverage by Brian Don, and the pass is incomplete. It'll be 3rd down.
Actually, Rich, I think what happened on that foul is because it would have been, since it was the blocker, it would have been a foul on the offense. The defense probably declined it because it was an incomplete pass, and that's why we were starting with 2nd down.
We have a timeout called by the official, and he wants to huddle up with his crewmates.
Actually, it sounds like they are discussing the down issue that we just discussed. So let's see where they come up with.
And I see Neil holding up two fingers, the index finger and the middle finger, and let's see.
Because, yes, if it was a defensive penalty the offense took, it should be
It is 3rd and long. They need to get up to around the range 33-yard line for a first down, but they've got about 12 yards to go to get there. Pass is caught by On Win. It'll be short of the first down. It'll bring up 4th down inside the 40 to around the 39-yard line.
And with 4th and fairly short, it's probably a good time to talk about the run.
Okay.
So quarterbacks can run once per series, not per set of downs, per series. And then after that, if they advance the ball more than about a yard, then they lose their run. But this is a time that quarterbacks will often run. And really short passes like that are kind of the bread and butter of this game. You will see some deep throws every once in a while, often on a down where you might be close to a first down, but really these kind of short passes into the flat or over the middle are really how teams win.
Okay. So they went for it on 4th down. They were successful. They get a new set of downs at around the 20-yard line. First down for Aaron Herman, who drops to throw. Fake a pass to the left side, now rolls to the right, gets a pass over the middle, and the pass is caught by Mario Perez. A gain of around 8.
Looks like we have 2nd down up, correct?
Actually, it looks more like a gain of 9. 2nd down, well, he called it 2nd and 2, so it's a gain of 8. They spread the offense as they are moving from our right to left. And a pass coming again, a roll to the left side, looking, scrambling, running, and fake the pass, and a nice open field tackle by Lee Gorman on Aaron Herman. Let's see, it's a first down because all he needed was a couple of yards, so it's a 1st and goal inside the 10, and it looks like it's at around the 5 or 6 yard line.
But that will what they call burn his run. So everything from here on out will be a pass. Now, it's worth noting on that any pass counts. So a half a yard pass to someone in front of you who then runs is absolutely legal, but the quarterback, him or herself, cannot just run anymore for the rest of this series of plays.
If he were to forget that he had already run and tried to run again, it would be a penalty?
It would be a penalty.
All right. So it's 1st and goal. And Aaron Herman with a shovel pass to On Wen, and he gains maybe 2. 2nd and goal at around the 3. Just that little quarterback shovel pass trying to catch the defense napping, thinking there might be a pass to the end zone, but this was a very short one, and again it gained about 2. 2nd down, 6-0 Rain. They missed their extra point. Herman to throw. He is looking. He gets a pass away to the back of the end zone. Caught! It's a touchdown to J.J. Joseph. Nice catch.
All right, and so they will choose now whether they are going to go for 1 or 2. Right now at this second, the game is tied 6-6.
6-6. And it looks like they're going to go for 2. 2-point try.
And this is what you'll often see because they're already tied. So 1 or 2 puts them ahead, and 2 gives them a better chance to stay ahead. And actually, there's enough scoring in this game that if you get 3 or 4 2 points instead of 1, that can almost make up a touchdown later.
Absolutely. So they try for 2 to give them the lead. Herman, a pass over the middle, intercepted. Darius Walters with the pick, and he's coming down the right side, and the flag is pulled at around the 23.
So another interesting rule here is that on an extra point, if you have a defensive interception, the defense can return that for the same value of points as they were going for. So that would have been 4-2. That actually happened in the game I was reffing right before this one, where an extra point was returned for 2 points. But in the end, that's just a not gotten extra point, and we're going to land at 6-6.
So if we were keeping statistics, would that go as an interception or no?
I believe that would go as an interception.
Okay, so that would be the second one that he's thrown today. They'll take over at around they're starting with around the 15?
They're going to start at the 15. Every set of new plays is going to start at the 15 unless there's a penalty, as there was carried over from that first extra point.
All right. 6-6 our score. Moran to throw. He looks to the left side, and a man wide open, and a completion made, and it looks like that is Chris Rainier. No. Oh, it's Sarah Goucher.
And
so she was open and had an easy play, and the ball comes up to around the 33, 34-yard line.
And even though the extra point was not good, that was another touchdown, and our touchdowns today are brought to you by Optimize You Health and Wellness at OptimizeYouNow.com. OptimizeYouNow.com.
So that was a pass completion, good for a first down. We'll call it about now. Moran to throw. Left side pass is
incomplete from the side judge there.
So it'll be second down.
And it is worth mentioning that we do have cis men and women and some transgender men and women in this league, and some of the women are incredibly good, and woe to you if you think you can leave the women uncovered in this league.
And so with that said, that pass was intended for Sarah Goucher, fell incomplete. A discussion going on between the referee Neil Kovrig and the Reigns Darius Walters. Second down and 10.
Not sure the quarterback was ready for that one.
Moran's pass intended for Stephen Lopez was a little bit high and incomplete. It'll be third down. Third down. Ball at around the 34-yard line. 6-6 is our score between the Reign and the Fury.
Yeah, different quarterbacks deal with 3rd and 10 differently, to be honest. Sometimes you'll see them try to make up about half of it and see if they can get a little closer. Some of them want to fake that and just try to take a shot downfield with it.
All right, so they need 10 for a first down. Pass to the left side. It looks like it might have been deflected because it came out wobbling, and it'll be fourth down.
And you can deflect that pass at the line of scrimmage, but you cannot hit the quarterback's hand. So it did seem to be deflected very early, but it must have been out of the quarterback's hands in the judgment of Neil there.
Okay. Ten minutes, first half.
So
6-6 our score. Reigns scored first. They went for 1 point, didn't make it. Fury scored second, went for 2 points, didn't make it. And that's where we are at 6-6 in a tightly contested game. Moran to throw again. He goes to the left side, and the pass is complete to Darius Walters, who was open on the left sideline. It looks like a gain of about 12 or 13 for a first down.
And that was a good play and a good call, and probably a little bit heartbreaking. It's actually, as you watch the game, often rare in these games to get to a fourth down. So if you're defending and you get there and don't quite make that stop, it can be a little hard.
Looks like the ball is spotted around the 36, maybe the 35-yard line. So that is where the Reign will scrimmage.
And talking about time, what you're going to find here is the halves are technically 30 minutes, and for the first 28 minutes, the clock just runs. Once we get to 2 minutes, then we can talk about what does and doesn't keep stopping the clock.
There's a pass that's caught by Sean Graham. That's good for about 6. Ball comes inside the 30. Actually, it's good for 9. It is second down and 1. We're at ground level just like the players are, so Sometimes it's a little difficult to see where the line is, and we just have to guess. Neil Kovrig says it is 2nd and inches, so a long one, or just a few inches, and this should be an easy play for Corey Moran, who drops to throw, looks to the right, comes to the left. Wide open, Darius Walters, but he overthrew him. It'll be 3rd and goal.
Yeah,
3rd and 1.
Just out of his hands, but a well-designed play or just a good spot there by Darius. That was open.
Couldn't see if the defender might have fallen down, but I mean he was unguarded.
But they are so close to the line here that probably not bad to take a chance there. It should be fairly easy to make this first down when they need to, if that's all they need to do.
Would they run from here, do you think?
So they may, but interestingly, this is so close that they might just be able to extend their hand past the line of scrimmage, even without putting feet past it, which does not necessarily mean it was a run.
All right.
The run has to go past the line.
On 3rd down, Miranda looking to throw. He gets a short pass away. It is complete to Stephen Lopez, and it'll be good enough for a first down, a gain of around 7.
And you probably saw that flag kind of hang on to his waist, but they're going to call it when it was pulled off of him, even though it kind of lingered for a little while there.
So first down. Ball at around the 14-yard line.
Looks like the line judge wants to chat about something. That was that little staccato whistle there. That's not a penalty. That just means we got to figure something out.
Whistles are different?
Whistles are different.
Oh, okay. Here's a timeout called by the official.
And so he's going to confer with Sean. So usually what you're taught to do is if there's something that you feel like you need to stop the game to consult or discuss, whether it is the wrong down number, as we noticed earlier, you're going to blow that little staccato whistle so that everybody knows that's what you're doing, not something else. And that's usually going to rally the referee to consult with you, or maybe the whole team here.
There was an equipment malfunction on the offense. And it looks like it may have been on Andrew Battaglia because he came off the field.
And I did not see a flag, and I don't see the yardage moving, so they can choose to give a warning on that equipment malfunction, which may have just been what he did to stop the play.
Okay. First down. Moran looks to the left side. Now throws a little flip pass over the middle. Caught by Stephen Lopez. It's a gain of approximately 7. And that should take the ball inside the 10. They can get a first down in this instance without scoring. And it is 2nd down. Again, our score is 6-6. Inside of 7 minutes to play in the first half. Here's Moran looking to throw. He comes to the right side again. Pass caught by Stephen Lopez. There's a flag that has just been thrown. The pull by Michael Gassaway. This may be on him again. He has already had one of these. I think they called it a hold, right?
This is going to be another hold. And again, sometimes it's hard. We'll see they're going to conference. But if you are going for the flag and you get it and you happen to pull somebody's shirt, that is clean. If you pull somebody's shirt to pull them back to then get the flag, then it's a hold.
Holding on the defense, illegal block on the offense, they offset. So the play didn't happen.
The play did not happen, and this is one of those rare times in sports where you actually get a do.
So it will still be 2nd down. Moran not happy, and here's Neil Kovac with the call. Holding on the offense. It is a 5-yard penalty and will repeat second down. So take the touchdown off the board. It's still 6-6.
And lots of things can go for holding, but in general, you're allowed to have some contact within the first 5 yards. This is not a total non-contact sport. But if something is hooking or impeding or grabbing, that can often be called a hold, even away from the ball. And, you know, even if you didn't think you did that much, we get, as referees, we get asked probably to call holding more often than anything else.
I'll bet you do. So it is second down and 12. Moran with an underhanded pass to Stephen Lopez. It'll be first and goal. So they get a little bit closer to the end zone. We're approaching the 4-minute mark to go. Number 1 seed in this tournament. And maybe Roman was right, because this is the Reigns, I think, their 3rd game in a row. So they may have more momentum on their side, given the fact that they haven't had to wait to play. All right, first and goal. Moran to throw. Looking, tries to get away from a rush. The pass is incomplete. It was intended for Stephen Lopez. There was good coverage on the play by An Wen.
And it looks like they are going to call that the incomplete pass. They thought the ball was away before the flag came off, so it was not a sack. But it will be second down.
It was a good rush by the Fury.
Nope.
Oh. I'll replay the down. So there was another illegal block.
Yep.
And it looks like Chris Rainier is talking to Neil Kovac about this.
And you saw him sort of move his arms. It's hard to describe here unless somebody's going to pantomime it for us, but you are allowed to have your hands in front of you. You are sort of allowed to bounce them back and forth. You cannot extend your hands and lock your elbows, and you cannot really go to the side and push or keep people from moving around by putting your arms out.
Pass coming. Left side pass is caught by Darius Walters, and he's in for a touchdown. He caught the ball just across the goal line on the left side, and it is now 12-6 in favor of the Reign.
And we're just waiting for a signal as to whether they're going to go for 1 or 2 here. It looks like 1.
They're going to go for 1. No, they're going to go for 2. Well, let's see what Neil says.
Okay, the 2 was for the 2-minute warning. And so this play will go off untimed because it is an extra point for 1. And then on the other side of this, we'll talk a little bit about the clock management.
Please, let's do that. All right, this is the try for 1. Pass to the back of the end zone, deflected. Nice deflection there.
All right, so Négociant is going to start on the 15, and the clock will start on the snap. After that, the clock will run unless the ball goes out of bounds. If it goes out of bounds or is incomplete, then the clock is going to stop till the snap. On a first down, it's like college football. The clock will stop until the referee sets things, and then it will run again. Clock will also stop for penalties or change of possession. There's a few other things we can talk about if they happen.
Looks like that pass was broken up by Saeed Rahan. And so it'll be first down for, Mario Perez. My sheet flipped to a different roster. So here's a pass that is complete to Xavier Session. Clock will continue to run. A gain of about 8. It'll be second down and 2. We have a rather breezy day here in La Jolla. It is second down and 2 with inside of 2 minutes to play. Here's Herman to throw. His pass is away, and it's another completion. This time it looks like Michael Gassaway made the catch. It'll be first down. Clock will stop long enough for the pucks to be moved.
Yes, and then as soon as the referee blows the whistle and makes an arm gesture, the clock will start. We did have a touchdown there. It seems there's a lot going on these touchdowns, Rich, but that touchdown, again, those are brought to you today by Optimize You Health and Wellness Center.
Ball at the 35. Yells go. Here's the play. It's a pass to the right side. Another completion. Michael Gassaway falling down, but looks like he was able to pick up a first down the right sideline. It will be a first down at around the 31-yard line. So the Fury answering quickly here after the rain touchdown gave them the lead. And the clock starts on the signal by the official. Here is another pass coming to the right side. They're going to that same spot for the third time in a row on the right sideline. It's complete to Michael Gassaway again, and it'll be another first down.
And you see Gassaway actually isn't trying to get out of bounds, and that's probably because you can score fast in this game. The Fury probably want to score with as little time on the clock as possible if they feel confident they can make it into the end zone.
And that would be the intelligent move there by the number 1 seeded team in this tournament. Here is Herman to throw again. Fake to the right side. Scrambling, looking, goes to the end zone and caught! No, he dropped it. Incomplete.
And that's going to stop the clock, so they'll have a little time to get a breather here and get the ball set.
Michael Gassaway came down the right sideline, cut it back to the middle into the end zone, and he was open. Pass looked pretty good to me.
It did look good. I'm also... Yeah, I think he was in bounds in the back. I think he was in the end zone and not out the back of the end zone. But it's a little hard to tell from this angle, but I think Sean would have told us if he was actually out. So It looked like he had it all until he dropped it in that NFL what's really a catch kind of way.
1 minute and 1 second to go.
But he laid out. It was a really good try on that play.
Aaron Herman sets his offense. Here's a pass coming. Right side of the flat. It's caught. And Paul made the pass complete to J.J. Joseph. That play will go for a first down. Looks like a gain of around 11 to the 11. And we're inside of a minute to play. All right. They set the ball ready for play. Here's a pass coming. Herman's pass is caught. And to the goal line, near the goal line, it was complete to An Wen, but it did not go for a touchdown. It'll be second down and about a yard. So it looks like they can get a first down without scoring based on where the ball is.
About 4 yards separated.
All right,
okay.
4 yards. It's second down, and here's Herman to throw. And he just throws the ball into the ground. He had nobody open, and he wasn't going to run. It looked like he was thinking about running, but he held back and then just threw it into the ground. It'll be third down.
On that last play before that, I thought that the receiver had an unobstructed chance, but he may have gone down on purpose. If you kneel, you are down. It may be more clock management going on here.
Okay.
But I'm not 100% sure. It did not look like, I agree with you, he had anything wide open there. So better not to take the sack. The other thing to mention is the teams do have timeouts. They have 4 for the total game. They can use up to 3 of them in any given half.
So it is second down. They need a yard or 2 for a first down. The ball at the 4. Herman rolls to the left side, continues to roll, and then just tosses it into the ground again. And that'll be third down. Is there intentional grounding in this league?
There is not really intentional grounding in this league, no. There is not a penalty for it.
So it's third and about a yard to a yard and a half.
There are also no fumbles in this league, so it's not a question of incomplete pass or a fumble. If the ball hits the ground in almost any circumstance, it's going to be a dead ball right there.
So it looks like the referee, Neil Kovrig, is lined up by the pylon at the goal line. And they'll run the ball, and he gains the first down and a touchdown.
And so
Aaron,
that's
sorry.
why you often save those runs until the end, because they can be very helpful in those short yardage situations.
And he's tall enough that he's got long arms and was able to have that ball cross the goal line. It is 12-12. So an extra point coming up. They'll try for 2.
And again, that touchdown is brought to you by Optimize You Health and Wellness Centers. If you want to perform at your peak, then you want Optimize You. Offering a portfolio of services aimed at maximizing your health and wellness, Optimize You is your one-stop shop for hormone therapy, vitamins, and supplements. Again, check them out at Optimize You Now, all one word, OptimizeYouNow.com.
So after Parks and Rec scored their touchdown, the Fury came right back and tied the game and now look to take the lead. Here's Herman to throw. He is looking to the left side, and it is caught. It's a completion for 2, and it looks like Michael Gassaway.
And I believe that is our first made extra point.
It is indeed. So as we approach the end of halftime, our new score is the Négociant Fury 14 and the Parks and Rec Reign 12. When you're tall, you'll always be one of the first targets. And Michael Gassaway on that drive caught 4, including the try for 2. So now with very little time left in the first half, it'll be the Reign's ball at the 15-yard line.
And it would not surprise me if we see some times out used here.
Okay. Corey Moran's pass is caught. Darius Walters with a flip back to Macy Douglas.
And so there is your first time out, which is not a surprise. So that just gives them a little more time. The clock would have stopped until they set the chains, but now they have until they snap the ball. They can take a breather and make a plan.
That completion up to the 31-yard line. And then he tried to lateral it back to Macy Douglas. He had actually made it to around the 36, but his backwards flip to Douglas was not too good, and the ball went out of bounds, and so the ball is spotted where the ball went out of bounds, and that is the 31-yard line.
And she was open. If she had gotten it, it would have been a few more yards,
yes,
quite possibly.
It would have.
But,
it might have even been a touchdown.
Just out of her hands.
All right, Corey Moran on first down. Rolls to the right a few steps and now looks and looks. He's getting good blocking. He goes long to the left side, and it is caught. Caught for a first down by Darius Walters, who flips back to Sean Graham, and he flips back to Macy Douglas. And it went for a long first down. She didn't get into the end zone, and the clock is run out for the first half. That's a nice play to end the half. It just came up about a few yards short.
Just a little bit short. I'm not sure how much time was on the clock. They might have, hard to know. If there was really only a couple seconds, then that was the thing to do because you needed to get in. If there had been 5 or 6 seconds, maybe it would have been best to get one more playoff, but we are now at the half.
So the pass was completed to Darius Walters. He flipped back to Sean Graham, and as he was running, he saw Macy Douglas open, and she just came up, like I said, a few yards short. An exciting way to end the first half. If nothing else, for statistics, it goes for a first down.
And I'm a little surprised at that. I think I'm a little surprised how low scoring actually for flag football that half was, given the quality of the teams. You saw in their second series just how quickly the Fury can score when things are clicking for them.
So our halftime score here in La Jolla is the Fury 14 and the Reign 12. It's been an exciting first half. Haven't been to the first time they did that. So we've enjoyed this. Did you enjoy the first half?
That was very exciting, and right up until the end, the Reign kind of looked like they were going to upset that half.
We thought that might happen. You've seen many times when you're in an elimination tournament and you're in that bracket having to play all the way through, that you have momentum going from one game to another when you win.
Right.
And Reign is in this game. I mean, they're only down 2 points on that 2-point conversion.
And looked like they were about to score on the long
ball.
Get one more.
Wow, they did not miss by much.
No.
And we have an exciting second half, I am sure, and lots of discussion going on by both teams right now to figure out how do you stop them? How do you stop them? And
I think a big part of that is going to be to clean up the penalties.
I think cleaning up the penalties, I would say this, it wasn't a dangerous or sometimes those flags are coming in on things that are very scary plays where people are playing maybe a little too aggressively. It wasn't really that. It was just sort of smaller mistakes that were getting caught, and there was a fair amount of laundry on the field that first half.
And a couple of tackles.
So my question to you is, as this is the first time I've announced flag football, is when they call an illegal block, is it because the hands are extended and they're not supposed to be, or is it something else?
All right, I'm going to try to show you.
We can
please.
go ahead and get
I'll
out,
hold
and
this for you.
Our camera will show you there.
And these rules change every once in a while, and so Sean, who you saw out there being the back judge, is the absolute best at this. But you want to block sort of like this with your hands in. It changes year to year sometimes. You can definitely do a little bit like this now. What you cannot do is this
full
and
extension.
lock your elbows
Yeah.
and push someone away. And that's the other thing is, if you're doing this and bouncing yourself, you're okay. If you're using it with enough force to push somebody back, also going to be illegal. And anything that looks like this, where you're trying to use your arms or even your legs to make your size bigger, so someone. There's a lot of different things you can't do, but
by the way,
you cannot use your arms to block someone from getting the flag, and there are also, you really can't, you can sort of swivel and move and shake and pivot, but you can't jump or dive to keep someone from pulling your flag. And you may see that called a little bit later. We'll check it out. It can be bad because it's a penalty from the spot of the foul. So you can see long runs. You may get all the way down there and see a flag guarding way back, and so you're going to lose that yardage plus a little bit more.
So now if I ever decide to play, I know how to block, and I know that there's no intentional grounding if I ever decided to play quarterback.
right?
And just on the other side of blocking is the rushing.
Okay.
And so we talked a little bit about that box. So the first puck, again, that's going to be nearest to the offense is the line of scrimmage. The next puck is 5 yards out. If you want to rush the quarterback, you have to start from before there on the snap. And so you can see these people who are ahead of it. They can't cross the line of scrimmage until the first person who rushed from behind that line crosses the line. Then they can.
Oh,
and so they are there kind of looking at receivers and blockers and short passes while the rushers come in. And if you don't, and you may see this because these are some seasoned veteran teams, most of these quarterbacks have been going on the one, they're just hike and get the ball.
Right.
You will see them go hut or hike, not get the ball. That is to pull the rushers up, because if they start and get caught in that box when the ball is actually snapped, they have to go back if they're going to rush, or it will be an illegal rush, and that's a penalty on the defense.
So it's almost like a free play if they get caught.
It's almost like a free play if they get caught.
Now, one of the things that we've been watching is, let's talk about the parameters of the field a little bit. So we've got an 80-yard field, 40-yard line is the half point, 35 yards width. Different from an NFL field where you've got 100 from goal line to goal line and then the extra 10 on both sides. So here we've got the extra 10 on both sides, but it's about 15 yards narrower and about 20 yards shallower.
Yep.
So it's not that much smaller.
It's not that much smaller. And talking about, the rain coming in with momentum, having played more games.
Right.
I know we have all had some softball experience, and even in softball, trying to play 4 games, 5 games of the championship is fatigue.
Yeah.
There's a lot more running in this game than there is in most softball games. And you'll see some of these folks have some large teams, but are using a lot of the same players, even sometimes having the same safety as a wide receiver.
Right.
And if you're playing both ends of that, you are going to be tired after a few games.
I think the only thing that really saves that from happening is the fact that the weather is not that hot today. It's a rather mild but breezy day here, and so I love this weather that they're having here, because I'm from Austin, and back home in Austin they're in the 90s again today, so that's why their season ended a few weeks ago. But rain is in this game.
They are. We want to talk a little bit about just who are we watching right now. So this is the San Diego American Flag Football League. They were established in 2004 by just a few players gathering in Balboa Park, which is a crown jewel of San Diego. Since then, they've grown into California's premier 7-on-7 flag football league, by and for the LGBTQ community and its allies, with a little over 12. I think about 200 players, a little more than 200 players.
On 12 teams.
And they are home of the 7-time NGFFL Gay Bowl champion Bulls, which is helmed by Eric Reisner. They are playing on another team, another field over there. We might get them. And just to kind of round this out, it is the mission of the SDAFFL to foster self-respect of LGBTQ and allied persons and to promote respect from the community at large through the positive social and athletic enjoyment of American flag football. Now, I want to talk a little bit about Gay Bowl this year. The NGFFL will host Gay Bowl 22, the flagship flag football tournament, October 6th through the 9th in Honolulu, Hawaii.
The last Gay Bowl that they had was a year ago in Arizona, a very competitive tournament, but I know that there are a lot of players and coaches, teams, fans, maybe some of the officials here who are going to love being in Honolulu in October.
And we are about to start the second half, it looks like. So that was a quick break. Your halftime show brought to you by, oh shoot, what are we going to talk about for 10 minutes? But we managed to fill it, so we're going to flip the camera back around, and I'm going to go back working the camera.
See,
I'll see you in a minute.
We have a good rules expert here who is better than anyone we see in the NFL. Joel, thank you for everything.
Too kind.
You have taught me a great deal so far in just one half, and I look forward to learning more in the second half.
And we can always try to get Sean or Neil over here later to tell me what I got wrong.
Oh, I'll bet you got everything right. So the Fury will kick off to start the second half. Remember that the rain deferred and went to defense in the first half, but the play resulted in an interception. And here's a nice return down the right sideline, and it looks like a flag has been thrown. The return up to around the 31-yard line, and so the line judge will come in and speak to Neil Kovrig about that, and we'll see what the penalty is.
And while they sort that out, I'm going to remind you that kickoff was brought to you by Southpaw Vet. They're in San Diego, proud to say they're gay-owned and operated. Southpaw Vet is your locally owned pet care center with high-quality doctors and pet-loving staff. At Southpaw Vet, they know your pets are family, and they care for them just like their own.
So the penalty was a flag warning.
Flag guarding.
Flag guarding? Thank you, flag guarding. And that results in a 5-yard penalty. The rain will start this possession across the 20 at around the 24, 25-yard line, 1st and 10 for Corey Moran. Low snap, but he gets it in good stead, and the pass is complete to Sean Graham to the right side. Good for around 7 or 8 yards.
And what you saw there was one of those pulls that was not a hold. They did get a little bit of his shirt, but the flag came off right at the same time, so they just called that down. They didn't need to call that a holding.
It'll be second down and around 3. Well, it looks to be at around the 31, 32-yard line.
And you see one of the players still wearing a mask. We obviously encourage folks to do whatever they need to for their own safety. Last year, there were a lot more rules about stuff. Things are a little more about what you need to do for yourself here, but it's got to be hard to be running this much in that mask.
Oh, certainly. Here's another pass and another completion to the right side again. Sean Graham made that catch.
We are getting a little more than breezy here. Roman is still alive, it would appear.
Our canopy did not fly out onto the field.
Watch your camera.
And they're going to...
We're going to try to keep going here. I don't know what we have and what we don't have. Rich and I are going to stay with you while the team tries to get the canopy set back up. We've got Neil moving over to the camera. That's our Neil, not Neil out on the field.
So the ball is at the 35-yard line. And they're trying to get the canopy situation straightened out. We'll be fine without it.
Looks like the referees are holding the game for us to make sure we're back and going. Looks like we're going to have a television timeout. You got steaks?
We'll find that's probably the wall, too. Yeah, I think that was all.
It's a first down. Ball at the 37. And there goes my pad. Here's Moran to throw. His pass is deflected and almost interception. There is a flag on the play. Mike Gassaway.
Let's see what the call is here.
Personal foul, roughing the passer. It is on the defense, and it is an automatic first down.
And again, to be clear, basically you cannot touch the arms of the quarterback when they are throwing. And if you knock the ball actually out of their hands and it's clearly in their hands, that is still also a foul. So that's probably what was called. There was some version of that, and it was a roughing the passer.
And so the penalty yardage is 10 or 15?
I am going to try to look that up right now. I have my little cheat sheet card here if I can find it quickly.
The ball is across the 40, looks to be around the 36. It's first down. Corey Miranda throw. Quick pass to the right side is caught and dropped. She caught it. She bobbled it after the reception. I thought she might have dropped it, but she did not. That's Macy Douglas. And it'll be good for about 4. It is 2nd and 6. Second down. 14-12, the Fury over the Reign. We're early in the second half here in La Jolla.
In Reign, talking to the umpire, they're taking a little more time here. You do have some time to huddle and make your play. It is limited, and you'll see Neil, the referees, start to count them down once they get to 10 seconds left.
All right. And now we are inside of 10. Here on second down, Miranda throw. He looks to the left side. The pass is caught by Darius Walters, and the pullout by number 29, that's Mario Perez. That pass is good for a first down.
Darius just a great player. If you look at him, he's making space. He's coming back to the ball. That was even a good pull because he had made enough space to get that catch. So just to stay with him and make that pull was a good job there by Mario.
Yeah, the play was close enough for us that we could actually see who made the pull. Here, because this play was right in front of us. Here is a pass on first down. Long down the right sideline. It was intended for Sean Graham with coverage by Xavier Session. The pass falls incomplete. It'll be second down and 10.
That was a nice idea, but that was going to be a hard one to get in there unless he had a lot of space. The coverage was taller and in front of him, so that was going to have to be a perfectly placed ball.
Okay. Second down. We're about 5 minutes into the second half. 14-12 Fury over the Reign. Fury, the number 1 seed. On second down, Miranda throw. Over the middle, the pass is incomplete. Pass was thrown a little bit low, going down to try to make the reception. Turn around.
And we've got second down here.
That pass was intended for Daniel Posey. I'm sorry, that pass was... Yes, it was intended for Daniel Posey. It'll be 3rd and 10. It would have been a good catch if he was able to hang on, but the ball was thrown a little bit too low. 3rd down, 10 to go. Pass coming. Looking, over the middle. Pass is caught by Darius Walters, and that's good for a first down.
Darius there again, finding a little bit of space, sitting right in the middle.
Ball looks like it's just outside the 10-yard line, so we'll call it the 11.
The chains are still up, so it's still possible to get a first down, which reinforces, like you say, that it's outside the 10. So 10 plus something here, but doesn't look like much.
Miranda throw. Quick pass to the right side is caught by Macy Douglas. And she gains yardage to about the 5 or 4. Second down. Second down.
And that play looked like what we just call a little bit of out, a few steps forward and then run to the sideline, and it's hard to defend.
Macy Douglas with her second catch of the day. Here's Miranda throw, a little flip over the middle, and the pass is caught by Stephen Lopez, who is in for a touchdown.
And again, our touchdowns today brought to you by Optimize You Now Health and Wellness Center. They are your one-stop shop for hormone therapy, vitamins, and supplements. They offer medications, labs, and all the necessary supplies, coupled with provider visits, which can be done in person or virtually. perform at your peak by visiting one of their 3 San Diego locations, and check them out at optimizeyounow.com.
There was a penalty on the defense, a personal foul. The penalty was obviously declined because the play results in a touchdown. It is 18-14 for the Reign as they retake the lead. They've led 6-0 and 12-6, and now they lead 18-14. They have missed both of their try on the extra point, and they are going, it looks like they are going for 2 here. That would give them, if they are successful, it would give them a 6-point lead.
But I believe they are going for 2 from the 5. I believe the personal foul was enforced on the extra point.
Half the distance, you're correct. Miranda throw. The pass is caught by Darius Walters, and the try for 2 is good. 2 points for the Reign, and it is now 20-14, the Reign over the Fury.
And that turned out to be a big penalty. If they had only gone, if they had had to go the 10 yards, you don't know if they would have gotten it. And if it had only been for 1, they would be less than a touchdown
Absolutely correct.
ahead. So 20-14, a touchdown would tie it, and then we may end up, depending on an extra point, although my guess is there's going to be more than 1 more touchdown in this game.
I think so. So Fury will take possession at the 15-yard line. Their quarterback is Aaron Herman. The Négociant Fury. And Herman to throw. Fakes to the right side. Looks back to the left side. Still looking. Finally comes back to the left side. And the pass is caught by Mario Perez. He had a lot of time to throw, and he finally found an open receiver throwing across his body, it looked like. And the pass complete up to around the 30-yard line for a gain of 15.
I want to go back to that last touchdown for just a second, because we haven't really talked about how the offense lines up. And the most classic lineup you will see is something that ends up being, whatever it looks like on the line, 4 receivers, 2 blockers, and the quarterback. But everybody's eligible. So what actually happened on that touchdown was a blocker released their block and then became a receiver and caught the ball. And that's actually a pretty classic short yardage play in this league.
Here's another pass that's come to the right side. It's caught by Gassaway. The pull made inside the 40-yard line by Anthony Patton, but that play looks good enough for a first down. They'll move the chains. It's 1st and 10, and as the Fury come right back after having gone down 6. They are driving on 2 possessions. They've gone from their 15 to the Reign 38. And Aaron Herman comes out on 1st down. Sends everybody out. Looks to the right side. The pass is caught by J.J. Joseph. He is still running free inside the 35 to around the 30, and finally the flag pulled.
And I don't see any flags on the field about flag guarding, and I'm going to tell you I don't think that was. But you saw how J.J. was able to move to be able to, avoid them pulling the flag, but did not put their hands there or anything that would block them. And all of that kind of motion is legal, as long as you are not jumping and diving. You're not supposed to have both feet off the ground at the same time, because that would be a jump. It's not always caught, but that's technically the rule.
That play went to the 28-yard line, 1st and 10, and appears a little flip pass to the right side, and it is caught. Looks like number 11, that was caught by An Wen.
And a nice pull by number 9 there. All right, and we know we've been focusing here on the field, of course, but we know that lots of you are watching at home. And if you are watching on Facebook, we want to ask you to tag your friends and tag team members and tell us who you're rooting for, and make sure that you're tagging your favorite players and making sure that they're known and having your friends watch and having their friends watch, because it's really a rare chance to get to see your friends and family playing amateur football.
It is 2nd down, and the pass caught by J.J. Joseph spins free and gains about another 3 or 4 yards and gets another 1st down.
Roman talked a little bit at halftime about the goals of this league and what the mission of this league is, and it is an LGBT-centered league, and you might see in the camera lots of pride flags and rainbows flying. We do have a lot of straight allies who play in this league, and they're wonderful participants, and we're really happy to have them.
That's great. That is wonderful. Aaron Herman brings his team out 1st and 10. The ball is inside the 20-yard line. Looks like it's closer to around the 15. And there's a flag.
I'm not sure what happened there. It looked like number Darius was touching the football to prove something. Otherwise, on defense, he shouldn't be. But we'll see what Neil has for us.
My vision is blocked. It's a defensive penalty against the Rain. So they'll march the 5 yards off. This will result in a first down.
Still not quite sure what that was. If Darius on defense touched the ball ahead of the snap for no reason, it's a penalty, but it's a rare one, and he's a veteran player, so I think he had something else in mind that he was trying to show.
Ball at about the 12. Pass is coming. A roll to the right side. A pass to the left side is intercepted. Intercepted by Sean Graham. That's the second interception that's been thrown in the end zone by Aaron Herman.
And that's going to be a huge momentum change. We mentioned Eric Reisner, the 7-time Gay Bowl champ. He was my coach for a year or two when I played, and he always just looked at the defense. If you could get 1 or 2 stops, this is such an offensive game. If you can get 1 or 2 stops, that's really what you need, and that is a huge interception with Rain already ahead by a touchdown.
So the play comes back to around the 9 or the 10, and back calling signals is Corey Moran on first down. We'll try to get you time to go here as soon as we can. Here's Moran with a flip over the middle. The pass is caught by Darius Walters. The pull by Brandon Altman. And that looks like it's good enough for another first down.
And I'm not sure what that happened on that interception from the offensive point of view. It looked like a good pass going where the corner was meant to be. He may have just missed the defender hanging in there and jumping the route.
You should mention both of these quarterbacks are rather tall. I'm going to guess them to be between 6 and 6'2".
And that can be helpful, although it's not quite like the NFL where you're trying to see over a whole line. There's usually enough angles that you can see between the blockers and folks, but it always helps to be a little bit tall and be able to throw over the defense.
The ball is around the 23-yard line. And Moran to throw, looking, long down the right sideline. He's got a man, and the pass is complete. Complete to Sean Graham.
And that was just a perfect throw and a great catch. The coverage was not bad. I think they were
Not
about
at
less
all.
than half a step behind, but it was just too good down the sidelines. And it's a little John here. Things are starting to get competitive. And you know, people, we have 3 refs. We try to see everything. People feel that they were fouled, and they sometimes talk about stuff. Usually the refs will hear it out as long as it is not offensive, but there will be times when it's too much, and you'll see a flag thrown for that.
You were correct. It was Xavier Session with good coverage, but the ball just thrown perfectly into the waiting arms of Sean Graham. It's 1st and 10. The ball at the 28-yard line. Corey Moran says go, so we'll go, and the pass is caught for a short gain by...
I think next year we need to ask them to put big numbers on the front of the jerseys too,
Yeah.
Rich. I think it was Daniel.
Daniel Posey.
Daniel Posey.
It was 12. I thought it was 2, but it was 12. Thank you. And we're about to lose our canapé again. It is 2nd down after what looks to be at about a 2-yard game. Rain not in that big of a hurry because they have the lead and want to run as much clock as they can. Here's Moran down the left side. The pass is incomplete. And there's he threw something blue.
So blue is the beanbag. If you don't have your flag for some reason, you can throw anything. Usually the blue beanbag is thrown to mark a change of possession, but that's not what happened here. He may have just been marking a spot that he wanted to keep.
Okay.
And if there are multiple penalties and you only have 1 flag, sometimes you'll start seeing everything that can be thrown off your body. Hats, flags coming off, but I don't think that was the issue here.
So it looked like it was just a miss spot, and now they have respotted the ball, and it looks to be at around the 29-yard line. The down is third down, Third down, and it looks like they need 9 to get to the 20. And Moran to throw again to the right side, and the pass is caught by Sean Graham, but not enough for the first down. They'll come up short by about 3 yards. It'll be 4th down.
All right, and as 4th down here, again, they are so close, I would be shocked if they punted. But you will probably see the Neil either tell us or make a signal of turning his hands over the other to let us know that this is going to be a regular play.
All right, thank you. So I'm going to call this 4th and 4. Maybe 5.
Fury a lot, but these teams are sponsored through the league, and so Fury is sponsored by Négociant, which is an urban winery that is now on University Avenue in San Diego, and Reign is sponsored by Park and Rec, which is a bar and I believe restaurant up in University Heights, and both of them have been with the league a long time. A lot of these local businesses in the community sponsor teams, and they really help the league grow.
It's a great place here. This is my second visit to San Diego. First was in the Gay Softball World Series in 2005. I could easily live here. Here's Moran with a pass over the middle, caught for a first down by Darius Walters. He just came across the middle. With his height, he was able to make the reception. It'll be 1st and goal.
Honestly, Rich, watching that pass, I thought it was going further than that. There was another player from Reign in the corner, and I thought it might be going his way, but Darius reached out and snapped that one. That was a beautiful catch.
So the ball looks to be at around the 6. And we have about 10 minutes to go here in the second half. It is the Reign 20, the Fury 14.
And still time to tag your friends in these teams if you're watching and make sure that everybody knows that this is on and that they can see their friends playing flag football today.
Moran to throw. And has time, and his pass is caught. Pass is caught down to around the 2. I'll bet that's Sean Graham again because he's been open a lot on that side of the field. And yes, it is. Sean Graham with the completion. Boy, if someone from this team is keeping stats, he must have close to 10 receptions so far. 2nd and goal. Ball looks to be at around the 2 or the 3 based on where I see the down marker. Moran calls signals out. It's a quick flip to Darius Walters, who then tosses to, it looks like, Stephen Lopez, and he's in.
And all of that legal, a snap not to the quarterback and just forward again, I believe.
Wildcat formation?
I think you can call it that.
Okay. It is now 26-14.
And it looks like they are going for 1.
They're going to try for 1. And again, we are inside 10 minutes to go in the second half, and the Reign looks to pull the upset. And they are up by 12 with a chance to go up by 1 more. Ball spotted at the 5. And Moran to throw, looking over the middle, caught again, Sean Graham, and that's good for 1. And it's now the Reign 27 and the Fury 14.
And another amazing catch. That looked like that ball was a little bit behind him, and he was able to pull back and get it there. We did have a touchdown there, another touchdown today, brought to you by Optimize You Health and Wellness Centers. If you want to perform at your peak, then you want to optimize you. Check them out at optimizeyounow.com. Optimizeyounow, all one word.com.
Also an AFCSL sponsor, which is why they're there.
And so we are going to start with the Fury on offense and trailing by 13 on the 15-yard line. I'm going to guess they're going to go for a quick strike here.
Well, let's see what happens. Here's Aaron Herman to throw. And he is going long. You were right, and the pass is caught. It is caught.
Amazing.
A great catch by number 29, Mario Perez. That looks to be good for about 40 yards inside the 30.
And I believe that was what we call on the route tree a 9. He just ran straight down the field, got a little behind the defender, and it was a beautifully thrown ball. I thought it might be out of his hands, but he went forward just enough to haul that in.
All right, they had to wait for the chains to be reset. Now Herman to throw again. He steps up, he looks, he rolls to the right, he's looking to the end zone again for Perez. Intercepted! It is intercepted again! He threw it a little too high, and that gave Darius Walters a chance to come across and make the pick.
And it looks like, yes, that was an interception in the end zone, so that's going to be considered a touchback, and they're going to bring that out, I believe, to the 15, and it is going to be Rain's ball again, ahead by 13.
So I believe that is Darius Walters' second interception in the end zone, and the third that has been thrown in this game by Aaron Herman.
And that is a huge switch. I would have to say there was some momentum on the side of the Fury with that huge long catch and big gain, and then just tried a little too hard to get it in there, interception, and now we're going back the other way, and another touchdown for Rain is going to possibly seal this up.
I think you're right. Here's Corey Moran on 1st and 10 at the 15-yard line. He flips a little shovel pass out to, it looks like, Stephen Lopez. And let's see how much that play will go for about 7 yards. It'll be 2nd down and 3 at the 22.
So we guessed correctly that they might be in for a long play from Fury. I would be surprised if they throw anything that could be intercepted, because they can march this ball down the field with short plays and probably eat up all or most of what is left on the clock.
We've got to be closing in on 5 minutes, maybe even less.
You will probably start to see the Fury use some timeouts if there's anything close, or if they're getting close to stopping them or getting a turnover on downs. But I think that short flip is what you're going to be seeing all the way down the field.
2nd down, 2 to 3 yards to go. Moran says go. Everybody out in the pattern. Here's a little flip to Lopez, and he gains yardage enough for 1st down, and he's still free. And finally, the pull made at the 40.
I do see a flag. This could be flag guarding. You know, you are not down till the flags are off. So sometimes people are able to just keep running if somehow the people miss the flag. But if it's judged that he guarded it, then it's going to come back. We'll see what the flag is about. They're huddling right now.
Darius Walters points to the defense. He's still pointing to the defense and signals 1st down for the offense. But let's see what the guy in the white hat has to say. He's going to come over and he's going to talk to the back judge after having had a few moments with the line judge.
They may have called that a hold in the sense of he was moving down with the flag and they obstructed him instead of getting the flag.
So it's an official's timeout.
They may.
All right.
Is he going to pick this up? Nope.
4:11 to go. Holding on the defense. The defense, the hold was on the runner. The runner at that time was Stephen Lopez. The penalty has been declined. And the clock will continue to run, correct?
And the clock, I think they did take hold. They had a brief part of that was an official's timeout, as they conferred. But yes, they want to just run that time off the clock, and so they are just going to keep this moving.
Yes. So the play clock starts. The game clock continues inside of 4 minutes to go. The ball at the 39 of the Fury. Here's a pass over the middle, caught by Lopez, and he gains about 3 or 4.
And that's, I believe, the third in a row, or the third out of 4 plays or so to Lopez, and that's what you're going to see. And being able to move the ball that way is how you win these tournaments in these games. You can make the long passes, but really if you can get a 1st down by making a series of plays that are 3 or 4 yards to each clock, that is a great way to win a ball game here.
Michael Gassaway made the pull, but this was another short gain designed just to kill some clock, and the ball is about 2nd down at about 3. 2nd down at around 7. Corey Moran says go. Play starts. Moran looking. He's going long down the right sideline. Complete. Complete again to Sean Graham. He comes down. He's a little slow getting up, but he's okay.
And it looks like that deep play fooled me as well as the defense. They got lulled into those short plays and a little loose on the coverage, and our receiver of the day
definitely
was able to bring that in.
between Sean Graham and Darius Walters. There have been approximately, I'd say, 30 receptions between the two of them.
It feels like that.
Which means that their quarterback, Corey Moran, is having a rather successful day. And he has his team up 27-14. We're inside of 3 minutes to go, I think. Yes, we were inside of 3 minutes to go because we just came to the 2-minute warning. It is first down. Looks like the ball at the 8. And a touchdown here really does put it away. Here's Moran to throw. Backwards pass to Walters. Forward pass to the end zone. And a wide open. She's happy. And we'll tell you who she is when she turns around. But it's a touchdown. And it is now 33-14.
And that was a beautifully designed play. I think they had that one waiting, and you know, it is meant to be a fun league, and as much as it's been great to watch Sean and Darius catch those passes, it's nice to see everyone involved, and that was a wonderfully designed play to get her the ball. And again, you just can't leave people open.
It looks like Ro Godinez made the reception. Thank you. They're going to try for 1. Here's a pass to the right side, a backwards pass to Darius Walters, and he tried that same play on the far side of the field. It's incomplete.
Couldn't catch him twice.
33-14. I'd say there's close to about a minute 40, minute 30 to go.
Yeah, there are scores that require the game to end within 2 minutes or outside of 2 minutes, but we're not there yet. 19 is something where we're still going to go. Hopefully, it will be continued to play hard but safe.
So now you think they're going to try to throw long each time because they don't have much time to play with.
They don't have a lot of time to play with. They almost have to. I'm actually a little surprised at how tight the safety here on Rain is playing. Oftentimes in this situation, you're going to see the safeties just playing back to make sure nothing can get behind them. Your other option is to try to sort of run that hook and ladder kind of play with either a lateral or a pitch after the catch.
Here's a pass over the middle. The pass is deflected and intercepted. Intercepted by Lee Gorman.
I think that is the third interception or fourth
I
by Rain, and then there was one going the other way as well.
It's the fourth, you're right. And then there was an interception on the try for a conversion. And that's the ball game. Final score in what would have to be considered an upset. The Parks and Rec Rain 33, the Négociant Fury 14.
And some good sportsmanship here again here at the end, or good sportsmanship here at the end. And what you'll see today, a lot of these teams, they're committed to the league, these players, and they're going to hang out and watch these games and probably stay till the end if they can.
Okay. This is at least it's definitely the second, and I'm sure there could be a third win in there somewhere for this Rain team as they continue to fight their way through. And so they have advanced to the semifinal, which will start at 1:30. And that is when we will come back. So for now, we say thank you for being with us for this game. Again, the final score here in La Jolla, the Parks and Rec Rain 33, the Négociant Fury 14. We hope that you've enjoyed the game here on the Cloud Sports Network, and we'll join you for a semifinal match at 1:30.